All right. Another week, another disaster verse. Just go ahead.
Oh, you ready for the bars?
Get it out the way.
The fact that you introducing the bars, no matter if it's positive or negative, I'll take it. Bars. Our chemistry is undeniable. Like a chicken that's friable.
What?
Connected like a DNA strain. All up in your mind, giving brain. Hold me up like a crane. And plug me up like a clogged drain.
That was funny.
Your love is insane. Like Cypress Hill in my membrane.
What kind of Lauryn Hill lovey-dovey bars are
Insane in the
these?
membrane.
Why is a chicken that's friable undeniable?
Hey.
That shit just rhymed.
I offer you... But if I offer you some bomb-ass fried chicken... That
wasn't the bar.
Are you denying it?
You said it was undeniable, like a chicken that's friable. So you're basically saying the chicken...
The chicken that I make is undeniable.
Okay.
So if I'm offering the friable chicken, it's not deniable. You know what I'm saying?
You bent the rules a little bit, but I get it.
You get it?
Fried chicken do be undeniable. I think that's exactly
what you meant. As long as you
meant.
understand where I was going with it,
I thought you meant
I'm
the
cool
chicken that is friable was undeniable, but okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get right into the threads because we've been starving the people of these thick facts, so we want to make sure we can get to them.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So here go the weird ass thread that I got. Odd body part you're attracted to.
Yours is feet.
I want to know. I do not like feet. I think the range of how they look is way too... The spectrum is way too crazy. Them little sausage feet with sausage toes, can't do them.
Grow up.
Can't do them.
Oh, my God.
And some of them be like halfway done and chipped. Blah. How do people put those in their mouth?
I can't tell you the last time I saw a chipped toenail. Like, from a woman?
Yeah.
Now we got jail, like
women have
jail lasts 17 years.
Women have gotten it together. I will give y'all that.
I'm like,
every
if
now
you
and
got
then.
chipped gel polish on your toes, you might be kicking rocks for a living. Because
so there's been an upgrade in the polish, so that you know how some people be having like the ball of color in the middle and everything outside is chipped. That's not a thing anymore.
No.
Okay. Good.
Gel polish do not come off.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And if they, I mean, maybe there's some ladies that do it themselves and don't use gel polish, but that does. But if it
got the hammer toe,
I ain't gonna lie. Even when I was using regular polish, my toenails wasn't really chipping like that.
What about your fingernails?
Fingernails is a different story.
Yeah, because you do stuff.
That's why it was like every 2 weeks or less. I'm in the nail shop getting fixed up.
That should be expensive and probably annoying to do. But I respect women that just keep that up.
As you should. It is a respectable thing because it is not a relaxing environment.
It's hectic in there? I thought it was like getting a haircut.
No.
Like, you liked going, you know?
I mean, y'all go to the barber and you get to talk to them and you know y'all
English like that.
Yeah, so we just sit there and we get our shit done up and it's time for me to go. I actually cut my nails off so I can play basketball because I'm on a little diet and exercise thing. But yeah, it's kind of brutal to be getting these taken off, putting back on, and drilled, and it's not
drilled.
Yeah, it's nail drilled.
What they be drilling?
They use a drill to like make it even, to like take the nail fully off.
Oh, the spinny thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which basically like sands it down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking like, what do they drill? Like
they're not plowing us in there.
All right, what you got?
So mine is a non-toxic thing, and this is gonna be helpful for everyone.
Mine ain't toxic.
No, not.
You just
not
mean
saying
overall.
anything. Yeah, because I usually like to kind of bring something fun and toxic.
Fun and toxic.
Because I don't live like that. So, what's the biggest lesson you've ever learned from your mother/grandmother?
Ooh, okay. Slash like either or both?
Or. Mother or grandmother. Because
Okay.
a lot of people don't have their mothers, you know, and they have their grandmothers.
For sure.
Or vice versa. Don't have their grandmothers, have their mothers.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen one that said, was the biggest lesson you learned from your fall, though.
Damn. No, I don't.
They should do one, though, because
yeah,
y'all guys be giving lessons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a good second episode.
Yeah.
You should tweet that because your shit be kind of going up on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go first because mine is wilder.
Go crazy, man.
Odd body part you're attracted to. I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine. You got yours?
Odd body part that I'm attracted to.
You can think about it.
Okay.
So number 1 is back dimples.
Oh, at the bottom.
Very nice. Oof. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I have those anymore. I've gained some weight. Whoops.
Someone said the space that connect the thighs and hips.
Oh, that shit's sensitive.
The little bulge right here? Is that what he means?
The space, I thought it was like the little V.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of close to mine.
Is it that? Okay.
That's kind of close to mine. I love thighs. She said man or women. I just love thighs. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
They batting for both.
Okay. Out here.
Someone said I like my man with a little bit of belly so I can rub it. It's a little genie wish.
A little man fupa.
For me, it's when a man has a real defined jawline and the muscle pops out when they clench their teeth. Big jaws.
I like jawlines.
Love handles and stretch marks. I have never seen a problem with either. You know what I mean?
I have them both.
Stretch marks are just a little.
Actually, I don't have that many stretch marks. To be the size that I am, I don't really have stretch marks like that.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Medulla oblongata. Somebody had to do it.
The medulla.
Someone said backs period. I like seeing a man's chiseled back through his shirt.
Okay.
That's how you know they give good hugs. Does that have to do with back muscles?
I don't know, but a good hug is like,
whoop. Okay, this person doesn't know anything about anatomy, but I still want to read it. The third pinky toe from the right always gets me. Is that just
why he didn't just say the third toe?
Yeah, like he knows that all toes ain't pinkies, right?
So
he thinks that there's one big toe and the rest are pinkies.
The middle toe?
I guess so.
Just say the middle toe.
The freaking happy trails.
Okay. I feel like that's kind of sexual. No?
Yeah, low key. Someone said the fact that people have a pancreas is hella cute. Like, what you doing with your little pancreas, buddy? Serial killer.
Right.
That is a.
He probably got pancreatitis, so he's like, "You got a pancreas? Must be nice."
Someone said, "Hey, shout out to all the dad bods out there. You guys got some love in these comments. I love dad bods. I love dad bods low key. I mean, if he's fit, that's fine. But dad bods, whew, that's the emoji with the. Whew.
I like a good dad bod. I'm okay with it.
And dad bods.
You see how unpicky we are.
Hands, veiny arms, and collarbones. Not very veiny.
That arm got some veins in it.
It do. It do, but it's not like buff veins.
Like big
it's like
poking out, but you can
see like sickly veins.
Sickly.
It look pale right now. It just
you are pale.
Hey, I'm not pale.
Yes, you are. Look at your arms.
Your mama pale. Someone said my reflection in her eyes. Wow. Okay.
I was gonna say.
Okay, wow. This got pretty graphic towards the second half. The V line going towards a big dick.
It's pretty sexual. I mean, what are you
I thought
here?
they just met the V line. This is kind of close to mine. Thigh crease. I don't know if any of y'all know what I mean. I definitely do. Feel like when they sit down, they got that little the little crease. But what I was gonna say is when a woman sits down and then like the
sides pop up,
the booty spread, and it's kind of like they're not love handles; they're below the love handles. You know, it's like booty handles. You know, I love those.
I think I have them. Wait, is it right here?
That's the thigh crease. It's that. No, up.
Right.
See, don't touch your booty though. Go to your waist and then go up a little bit. Go up that. Yeah, that part.
I got that.
And it's they spread
Come
out.
on, punched up.
Someone said armpits. You like armpits?
I'm not a fan of armpits, but I don't mind playing with armpit hair.
Someone said ankles.
Is that a guy?
There can be ugly ankles, but no, that's a woman.
Oh, I've never heard male ankles, but I have heard men liking women's ankles.
I think dainty ankles are fine. I think that a weird thing for me is like hands and wrists. Mm-hmm. I think a woman can have really sexy hands, and just like I don't ever look at a woman like, damn, she got some sexy wrists. I think it's a full package. It's just kind of like this whole area. So if they have kind of like, I don't want to say like big hands, but just like
I got some big ass hands for a woman.
Just like,
but I'm tall. So.
But you also your hands aren't like ugly. Like I do feel like some people have ugly hands. I feel like mine are kind of in the middle. I don't have pretty hands, but I don't have ugly hands. You know.
I think I have skinny ankles. Naturally, I was born. My ankles never got no meat on them like that. You know, I got big as hell. 235, still with some skinny ass ankles. Well, I'm 227 now. But so I'll wear like some stuff like this on my ankles, anklets and stuff. Just foot jewelry anklets be fire though to kind of like dress up the feet. So I'm a size 9.5, so I don't know.
Shit.
Some guys they may be like, "Damn, you got some boats."
There's some freaks in here. You got big. You got big feet.
Well, I wear a 9.5 in women.
Damn. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Fucking asshole. Sorry. You did that perfectly.
I'm sorry.
You did that perfectly. How did you channel that so good?
Kevin Hart.
Yes.
A man's butthole. You into
sexual?
Well, not if they don't want anything in it. Maybe they just like the look of it.
That is a sex part. An asshole?
Someone said, a girl said, "I love me a hairy chest." You like hairy chests?
I'm cool without the taco
that's
meat.
kind of old school, right?
But if it's all curly and nappy and stuff, I could brush it. I don't know. I've never looked at it like, oh, that's so sexy, but I've never minded it.
I always felt like I was blessed to be
hairless,
sort of hairless. Yeah,
hairless cat.
I got
hairless cat.
I could probably count on two hands how many little hairs I have right here. People think I like shave my hair, but I just don't have chest hair.
You don't grow it there.
I really like that too. I feel like that just stopped. Like humans stopped doing that in the 80s. Like we evolved.
But evolution. You don't have a lot of arm hair.
I just don't have like aside from my head. I just don't need to shave anything. I just don't have a lot of hair. Someone said I love men hands. Man booty. You be looking at dudes' butts?
Absolutely.
Do you want a dude with a fat ass though?
No.
So what do you look at?
The butt that they have. We kind of like what y'all come with, to be honest with
you. I don't know. Like, what's a good butt if you're not looking for fat?
Set. And
so you
we
just
like
want
the basic
Hank Hill butt that go inwards?
No. No, I said the one that y'all come with. I don't think we want no guy with a fat butt or hips.
Hips is crazy. You love elbows? Somebody said I love elbows.
Mm-mm.
That's a wild one. Lips. You be looking at lips?
Absolutely.
I heard. Like when you study body language, apparently like
I don't look at I look at mouths.
Most people look at mouths when they talk to somebody. And they said that triggers something where like if they look at
salivating.
I forget. This was something in body language. I don't know if they said if you're looking at a mouth or if you see them looking at your mouth, it's like one of you guys is thinking about having sex with the other person.
Damn, I stay looking at mouth. Like when people are talking to me, for some reason, I do very well with eye
subtitles.
Right. I do yes, exactly. I do very well with eye contact, but for some reason, I will focus on the mouth. But when I'm focusing on the mouth, it's not sexual for the most part. It's only when I'm feeling froggy that I'm like,
you're looking at that mouth, like what them lips do.
What them CS cells do?
Is that clit sucking lips?
Same difference.
Oh, coochie. Coochie sucking lips. Okay.
Coochie sucking lips.
Forearms, nose, thighs, and one that I'm kind of guilty of. This probably was one of the weirder ones for me. Eyebrows.
You have decent. Oh, I was gonna say you got decent calves.
Thank you.
Your calves are big as fuck, but it's because you walk on your toes.
I walk on the balls of my.
You walk on your toes, so
it's like I'm a goat.
Yeah, you got your feet or the hooves. You got some hooves with some fat ass calves. Hey, y'all ladies.
Sometimes it'd be like
Pat got some PHAT calves.
Shut up. Sometimes I'll look at a woman and I'll be like, damn, she has some like fine ass eyebrows. Or like eyelashes. Yeah. Like stuff like that. It's just like, man, that's fucking sexy. And it's like it's not even like, yeah, I want to fuck her eyebrows. Right. It's just be like, man, they're very nice, you know.
I didn't put on any any lashes today.
Well,
did you notice?
Oh well. Huh? The lashes? I could tell.
You could
I wasn't gonna call you out.
Damn! Do I look eyeballed?
Eyeballed? No.
No. Okay. So my naturals is coming through.
Collarbones sometimes be sexy.
Mine don't really show because I got a lot of fat.
Oh, you were like.
That's how I know. That's how I know when I'm losing weight like that. When you see how it's not
the collarbone
super visible like that.
Oh, when you start seeing that.
So once I start losing weight for real, once I get down to like 215, that's when my collarbone starts to show.
Ugh.
They say you lose weight from the top down, right?
I do hear that your face is first.
Mm-hmm. So,
this part is just.
Oh, is this your number one?
This is one of them.
Oh,
that inner thigh. So if they have like a little gap, honestly, it works both ways.
Oh, I've seen inner thigh gap.
I've seen thick women that have like McDonald's legs, like they go like this, like an arch, and then there's like a little space, but it's still like a little fatness in the inner part. But then when they're like, the thighs are so big they smush together, that's also chef's kiss.
Is that good? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, a thigh gap. You got to be slim to have a thigh gap.
No, there's like a lot of like thick girls with like big hips, but for some reason their legs are like this. So
I thought that wasn't a good
like
thing.
This. I mean, I like it, like a little, because I've seen like a lot, because it's almost like you can see the butt from the back. You see like there's a little gap. It's like a little preview before they turn around. You see the little cheeks, but hey, ain't nothing wrong with the thighs rubbing together. I like that too.
I could start a fire.
A lot of women are saying like forearms and biceps, just like arms in general.
For sure.
You like high cheekbones?
On men?
I don't really know what that means, to be honest.
That shit is like exotic as fuck. So whenever I see, it's mainly I've seen like high cheekbones on really, really, really dark men. Like, really? And I feel like I'm not sexually attracted to it. I think it's beautiful, and I think they should be high fashion models, whether print or runway. But sexually, I'm not really attracted to that. You know, high cheekbones.
It'd be looking like Zoolander, like
yeah. I'm not.
Do women have high cheekbones?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't really know.
Naomi Campbell.
I don't really know what that means to be. Is that just where the bulge is?
It's right here.
So if it's
here.
Low, that's not attractive.
So
it'd be looking like droopy.
Well, it's not that. Well, that's if the skin is sagging. But you have high cheekbones.
Do I?
Yeah. Just go like this. Yep, they're there.
Sweet.
Yeah, because they just show like what you're doing now. I don't typically have high cheekbones. I just have a little
medium cheekbones,
little puffy face, little. My cheekbones is just hella regular.
Well, speaking of the face, smile teeth. Listen to me. If a woman doesn't have a light up smile, everything else seems weird.
Really?
Yes.
So that's a top. So nice teeth is a.
Well, I mean, everything that I said regarding the thighs,
we said
the bulge
non-sexual,
right here.
right.
Yeah. But I guess that's kind of sexual because you're like, damn, they're thick. But like love the eyebrows, love the eyelashes. That's all thing. But like, I think a smile on the face is important because I feel like across the board, I've heard women say this about men. A really nice smile could make up, like, if you weren't really like attracted to them in the face, their smile could add several points. You know,
I'm low key known for my smile. You know,
you have a great smile, and there are ugly girls.
I'm not known for it. Though.
I'm sorry.
I'm known for something else.
There are gorgeous girls who are like, you know, what y'all call face card, just crazy body.
Face card don't decline.
But then the smile is messed up.
The smile is all right.
That is crazy when you like, or if it's like this one. Oh my God.
Oh, you sound like Fire Marshal Bill. You know what? I was never like that. I had really small teeth before I got these are veneers. But before I got my veneers, I would have
died with that info.
We already talked about it.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But sometimes I get my lips filled. But I mean,
that's not that intrusive.
It's more common than people really think. Like your average girl, will get her lips plump. Period.
Yeah,
it's not that expensive.
That's not crazy. It's not like a lip BBL,
and it's not permanent. Yeah, you have to.
They shrink
going back. Yeah, they'll go back.
And you end up like this,
like a little butthole.
Little butthole mouth. Little butt mouth.
But my top lip was so small that when I smiled, it disappeared. So I would be like,
that's mad funny.
So I was like, nah, I need a lip. Shoot me up, bro. Shoot me up. Give me some little puckers.
Hell no. All right. Well,
some these suckers.
Well, what you got? What you bringing to the table?
What am I bringing? All right.
Podcast talk.
What's the biggest lesson you've ever learned from your mother/grandmother?
Okay.
You ready?
Mothers are the best teachers.
Always have money of your own. A man can leave you stranded. Damn, y'all catching strays in the first comment.
That's very smart.
It is. Damn, the second one. Even when you're married, always have a separate bank account.
With his money or yours?
Doesn't matter.
A lot of women be taking the man's money and putting it away.
What if they get an allowance?
That's giving the money away. But I'm just saying, like, some of them be funneling the man's money, and then they go viral because the man catches them, and they're like, I just need to know this works out. Like, they're almost like planning for a divorce.
Ooh, she's stealing. That type deal. My mother was so wise. She taught me many lessons. One that sticks out is always save money. Make sure you have at least 3 months worth of savings so you don't have to go begging and borrowing for money from anyone. Lesson learned, mommy, R.I.P.
I like that. I feel like the traditional woman pretty much gives up everything, even their opportunity to make their own money, to take care of everything, so that when things go south, it's like, you can't even cash that in. You know, the man's like, well, I have all the money, so what you gonna do? And I don't think that's really fair.
It's crazy that the first 3 were about money.
But that makes sense. Because if you're just like, I'm not going to work, I'm going to take care of the kids, I'm going to take care of the house, that's what every man wants, right? But then when things go left, they start becoming financially abusive, and it's just like, well, what you gonna do? You ain't. And now I hate when men like throw it back on them. You know, they're pause. But I hate when they throw that idea back at them, and they're just like, well, you ain't got no money. This is all my money, and it's like, I did this for us, and you were cool with it. You know, it's not like they were like, please keep this job, I'm struggling, and they're like, nah, I'm gonna do all this. Like, men want. Like, especially back in the day, like, they wanted the women wanted to do that, you know? So it's just weird, like, when it don't work out for them to, you know,
this is
flex the money thing.
So far with the money thing, I feel like this is all like survival advice. You know, and it's not even just what's the lessons you learned. This is just how to survive.
Well, they grew up in a different time. So it's like, that's what that generation would pass on to y'all.
She said, my mother taught me not to depend on anyone, not even her. Damn.
So she probably taught that through action.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lesson.
That's crazy.
This guy said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yep.
That is a amazing lesson. No love from another human will be worth more than the love you have for yourself.
Facts. Good mother.
Always be independent and never rely on a man.
These got a common theme. Seems like we are the villain.
Yeah. You guys are definitely going to be villainized throughout this. Respect people because you never know when you'll need someone's help.
It's a weird reason to respect everybody.
You should just respect people just because. Ooh, this is pretty good. Never be jealous of what someone else has because you never know what they went through to get it. Ooh.
That's a really good one.
Ooh.
A lot of people are just quick to be jealous of the outcome and not, they don't know any, like, it's like people are jealous of Kobe. Like, damn, I wish it was that good. It was probably a God-given gift. It's like, no, that nigga was in the gym longer than everybody.
That nigga was in the trenches. He done got shot at. And,
Kobe got shot at?
No. I'm just saying, in general, like what people went through to get what they.
I was like, I never heard that mama story.
Life-threatening, situations. That girl is not your friend. God, I wish I would have listened.
That girl, period?
That girl is not your friend.
Who's that girl?
Whoever it is that we presented to them, like, that's my friend. And your parents said, that girl is not your friend.
Specifically, your mom said that.
Yeah.
Not just every girl that you meet.
No, not every
that's
girl.
That's a paranoid life.
No. There's specific ones where they're like.
Specific?
Specific ones. And I did not say Pacific.
I used to make that mistake when I was a kid.
I never make that mistake. And now you got me questioning, but I'll never say Pacific.
I used to try to think I was clever. I was like, can you be more Pacific like the ocean? It's like, nigga, that's not the right word. You built the whole phrase around the wrong word.
You reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm. Reap it. I don't know what reap means, though. I just know the phrase.
Mm-hmm. Just because someone is up in age doesn't mean they grew up.
I am so sick of people older than you just assuming that they know better. It's almost like the same mindset of like people who are older who think they could whip your ass when it's like there'd be like full on 35-year-olds getting whooped by 19-year-olds.
Whopped.
You do not know better because you've been alive longer.
But I feel like at 19, you don't have that grown man strength. There's a grown man strength that comes with age. I don't know how. I don't know if y'all muscles get heavier or what, but I feel like a punch from like a 35-year-old man versus a punch from a 19-year-old, there's two levels of
you never know
velocity.
These young
just
niggas
like,
is different. These young niggas is crazy.
But they be getting mopped up by that grown man strength and like meth strength and crackhead strength.
Well, that's very different. But you might be like, man, this nigga's only 21. I could take him. Nah.
This is one that I've taken into account. If they talk about people to you, they talking about you to people.
Facts. That's a character trait. That's not just them being vulnerable with you. Like, oh, I could tell him. No, they tell everybody. I learned that when I got my heart broken by comedy. I used to, All Def used to be split up between music and comedians. And everybody who was in music, they struggled because the rappers were like weird and crazy and stuff like that. And I was like, I get to hang out with stand-up comedians. They're the funniest people on earth. And then I started hanging out with them. And there was one time that I was at a stand-up club waiting to go up. And there was a group of comedians. And one went up and everybody talked shit about them the whole time they were up. And I was like, and this is nobody that like I hang around with. This is just people at a random club when I was, starting stand-up.
Make sure to let that be known. I ain't talking about none
I
of
ain't
you
talking
niggas.
about the people that you see around me because those are all really good guys. But they would talk shit about him, and my first thought was like, oh, they don't like him. And then that dude would get off stage, join them. The next person would go up, and then they would all talk shit about that person, and it was just like a rotating thing. And I was just like, man, these niggas is fucking savage. You can't trust nobody in this business. And they, when you see them up there, you think they're the coolest, funniest people ever. Nah, fam.
That's crazy. Never tell your right hand what your left hand is doing.
Yourself?
I think it has to. I've always taken it as move in silence, kind of like don't let people. Yes, but not really.
My hands.
They're metaphors.
They're part of me.
Oh my God. Wow. They're me. You got your spirit fingers. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. If that's one of the biggest lessons you learn.
What the hell does that mean?
That means that You never heard mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I've never heard that before, ever.
He might not be the daddy. He might not be the pappy.
Oh, that's what that means.
He could be, but dad's always,
Hey, the amount of women just smashing like crazy and then being like, I like him for a dad. Mm-hmm. This is yours. I feel like paternity tests should be
a guy that put that, but it's just a black screen. I don't know.
I feel like paternity tests should be like mandatory at the birth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is nice. You're always enough, but never think you're too much. Stay humble. Oh, you're always enough.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I saw a phrase online that was like, if they think, it was a woman that said it. So they said, if he thinks you're too much, then I hope he gets less. And I was like, damn.
Damn.
Some bitches be too much though. But I get what they mean. I get what that means. Yeah. Like you being too much for them means that they all settle for less, and somebody will settle for exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm. Grandmother taught me that your feelings do not matter in the real world. The moment you get emotional is the moment you lose. My mother taught me that someone's opinion of me holds no weight in my life. Don't give someone else power over you.
That's the best one so far.
Feelings don't matter in the real world.
That's the best one so far.
Damn true.
The world keeps spinning.
It keeps going.
You
get fired, I guarantee you the world is going to keep going.
I'm learning how to just let stuff go.
Yes.
I'd be like, when something happens, I'd be having a headache until I wow out.
Damn.
But I'm learning to keep it, I'm learning that in the grand scheme of things, it don't matter. Because even the recent stuff that bothered me within the last few months, it's like I couldn't even imagine if I wowed out about that now, and that was just within months. Imagine you've been in prison for 6-7 years for doing something. Child. You'd be like, I don't even really remember the issue, So I think that keeping your emotions under control is probably the best advice I've heard in this thread.
Absolutely.
Or in life.
Yes. What about you? What?
So, I have a great relationship with my mother. Mm-hmm. Love her to death and back. She didn't. This is what I love about my parents. Like the whole teach people lessons through action and not words. Mm-hmm. That's them. Obviously, they have taught me a lot of things through words, but the biggest life lessons I've learned from them is through just how they were as people. Mm-hmm. And I respect the heck out of them. I feel like I'm so lucky because a lot of people don't like their parents, or their parents just be doing weird stuff, and I just feel like my parents are they've really shown me through action how to be a good person, know. And I'm not saying I'm a good person like them. I'm just saying I'm trying to be. And what my mom specifically taught me, there's so many things, but I feel like the one thing that I always brag about to just big her up, throughout my whole life, I've just seen her, everybody she interacts with, she knows how to make them feel insanely special.
Oh my God. She makes me feel so special. I love your mom.
It does not matter what they do. It could be somebody who hears compliments all day. It could be the CEO of Amazon. If she met Jeff Bezos, she would say something that would make him feel like, oh my God, I'm doing something right, which is crazy. But at the same time, I've seen her talk to, I don't ever, because of her, I don't ever like talking about somebody like their job is less than or something, but I know how society treats certain people. So even though I don't agree with this, society treats certain jobs like they are less than, and those people feel it, like janitors or gardeners or labor, but to her it does not matter. And it's not even disingenuous. She will talk to a gardener or somebody who just is talking to her in passing, and it's just like, I'm a this, I'm a that. She'll just dissect what they told them about themselves. And she'll just present it back to themselves in a way that's just that's so crazy. You're doing such a great job. Like, to the point where, like, I've seen people react in one of two ways. One way I don't like, and I'd be wanting to say something. Like, they'll be like, they'll get inflated and then be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm the shit, you know?
Oh my God.
And I'll be like, you know, I don't like anybody talking to my mother like that. But most of the time, it just be like a nice surprise. Like, oh, wow, like, you really respect me. And I could just tell, like, in both situations that they really, really feel good about themselves after talking to her. And I felt like I have absorbed that. I have absorbed all of that. You know, like, if anything, like, I respect everybody across the board. I've been to mixers in the Hollywood industry that I hate mixers. You know what I mean? I hate situations where it's like, people are like, hey, what's up? Who are you? What do you do?
Oh my
Because
God.
I've seen people say what they do, and then that person just cuts off. They're like, oh, that's not good enough. I'm doing all of this for a reason. There's no need to talk to you anymore, you know? So, like, being in Hollywood and seeing that attitude, and then seeing my mother treat everybody with the same amount of respect, not even the same amount of, like, respect. It's just, like, overly respectful. Like, I'm not just going to respect what you do. I'm going to make you feel even better about what you do, even if you are doubting anything about yourself.
Right.
You know, so I think that, to me, that's a fucking superpower. And that has helped me maneuver my career so much, because I'm so blessed to be in a position where everybody assumes I'm conceited, assumes I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? So it's like, just this small nugget of information that I've learned from my mother, I'm able to genuinely, and it's not like I'm just like trying to copy her. I've just learned this growing up. I can talk to anybody and give everybody the same respect, to the point where it's like they are surprised. Almost, I've been told, like, I've literally been told, like, damn, I didn't think you were like this, you know? And that, to me, is like, kind of like, I'm like, damn, for real? But another part of me is just like, okay, I treated them with enough respect. That wasn't a reflection on me. That's a reflection of other people in my position who did not act like this. So,
man, shout out to Mama Cloud.
Shout out to Mama Cloud, because
we're gonna have to clip this and send this to her if she didn't watch the whole thing.
Your boy. And I mean, I can't wait to do the dad thing too, because my dad has done, you know, just as equal amount of good in terms of, like, what I carry with me in my everyday life. But I owe all that to my mom.
Yeah,
I've just been watching in the shadows.
For sure. And I think that's what every parent hopes.
Yeah.
Is that the lessons that they instill in their children will manifest. And whether it does or it doesn't, I think just knowing kind of that you instilled those lessons, those just lifestyles of how to treat people, you know, the golden rule, treat others as you would want them to treat you.
Yep.
You know, type deal is crazy. But also, I think with me, and I'm a mama's girl. Also, yeah. And I think one of the lessons that have always stuck out with me, and I think she got this from her great grandmother, or her grandmother. She got this from her grandmother. It's been passed down, and she said, "Yeah, my great grandmother, her grandmother." She said that relationships are always under construction, and that has stuck with me for the longest, because it's allowed me to not seek perfection in relationships.
Right.
You know, so it's like, okay, we gon' always be going through something, but if our relationship is for the most part good, we're always going to have to deal with something. We've grown up in different backgrounds, different areas, different households, you know, different schools. So the way that we've built our lives is completely different. So when we come together, sure, we may have a chemistry that connects us, but beyond that, there's going to be some differences that we have to be able to work through. So those tools that you need, you have to continuously utilize those tools to build your relationship, because it's always going to be under construction. Even if the construction is going well, you're still working. So you're always working on your relationship. And I feel like that has allowed me to be softer with my relationships and not be so like, oh, it has to be this is so sturdy, you know. And I appreciate that lesson of not expecting perfection, because it's unrealistic to expect that you're going to have a perfect relationship or you're not going to have to continuously work through things. You know, that has allowed me to mend friendships, mend relationships, you know, continue on. I like to be in a relationship to where I've given everything that I could. And if it's just not for me, it's not for me. But I can never say that I didn't give it my all.
Right.
And so I know, like, having that principle in my head, like, okay, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to continue to work through this. And if it's just not for me, it's not for me. You know? So, but if it is, I'm willing to put in that work. But I also have to see it from him too, you know? Because we got to work together.
You can't be on a construction site and be the only nigga working.
Right. That shit gonna never. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really hard to see progress if you're the only one working. You know, so
I love that our actual mothers gave the best advice on this thread. That is a fantastic gem. I feel like I wish I was taught that earlier in my life too. That's a really, really, really great piece of advice. And I think that the evidence of that is, you know, you hear people who've been married 30, 50 years and, you know, they be asked the same question, like, what kept y'all together? You would think it'd just be like, I don't know. We were just lucky. We just happened to find each other and shit just clicked up. But like some of the best relationships that I be seeing, and it seems like there's just like, man, I don't even know if they fight or not.
Right.
They be like, man,
we don't want this shit.
It's a thing. We're always evolving. We're always doing this. We're always doing this. We're always doing this. So I think that's a very beautiful gem of knowledge. Shout out to Mama Purse. I don't know what you call her.
You can call her that.
But yeah, lovely lady.
Yes,
lovely lady.
Yes, she
All right.
is.
Even though we ran out of time, I'm gonna do just a quick fact that don't need a bunch of explanation.
Okay, mine too. Mine is pretty straightforward.
This is a beautiful fact to me because when I be getting home, when I go to my parents' house, the way my dogs act, and then if I'm ever home when I see my dad get home, they flip out.
Okay. I got an animal fact too.
Here's the fact. Dogs can get a sense of when you are supposed to be home from work based on how much of your scent is left in the house. So basically, I can't process that because I'm not a dog.
Well, we have pheromones, and maybe when we're here, they're much stronger.
I always thought their hearing was so good they hear the car door slam or something. But then another part of me was like, man, that happens all day.
You know, their noses are trackers.
But I was just like, damn, do they hear the person coming? Do they smell the person coming? But apparently it's because of how much of your scent is left. And I guess I don't know if they memorize your daily schedule.
Fascinating.
But it says their powerful noses allow them to perceive the passage of time. This is not mystical. It's just that dogs cannot understand how much, they cannot understand much about the past because of the extreme sensitivity of their noses. Odors change over time. When you leave the house to go to work each day, the smell of you in the house decreases with each hour of your absence, and your dog can detect that difference. Your dog maybe learned through repetition that when the smell of you has weakened to a specific degree, you come home. In other words, the strength of your odor predicts the time of your return.
Whoa, what if you like extra late? You like 5 hours late. Does the dog start crying and stuff?
Maybe their mood changes, or maybe they get a little bit more excited when you get home. But I feel like for the most part, their routine is based on the amount of smell.
That's insane.
That's really crazy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And that's why some of them are already waiting at the door when you pull up.
I thought they smelled you pull up. I really thought a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, that was mind blowing.
Dogs are the sweetest. Oh, I love dogs. All right. My fact. An anteater's tongue can be up to 2 feet long.
Oh.
For 60 centimeters.
Freak shit.
This is the longest tongue in relation to a body size of an animal. The tongue of a giant anteater is about 2 feet long and a half an inch wide. A tamandua's tongue is almost 16 inches long.
Damn.
2 feet. I'm 5'9", almost 5'10". So thinking about a 2-foot tongue.
That's going all the way up to your
esophagus.
That'll hit the lung.
But why you jump to sexual? We talking about anteaters. They need to lick in the hole.
I don't have a reference for how big a fucking ant hole is. I don't know. But
they can just imagine the tongue going all the way goddamn.
I've seen those giant anteaters like use it. I don't know if they use the full thing, but if you're an ant, it's pretty terrifying. You could be like, something's up there. Let's go to the bottom floor of the ant, and then this giant slimy thing comes to the bottom floor and
it's sticky.
All y'all.
It's 2 feet long.
I can only imagine. Like you saw the movie Ants. Mm-hmm. So I can comprehend how scary grasshoppers are, right?
Right.
That was A Bug's Life. Who's the enemy in Ants?
Ooh.
Bug's Life, it was grasshoppers. And I don't even know. I don't even think grasshoppers eat ants. But if Disney has covered it or Pixar, I can comprehend that. If they made up Ants 2 or something where there were anteaters, I feel like that would be way scarier because their name is Anteater. There's very few animals that is just like, it's not just called something, it's called like they eat this specifically.
We are an eater of ants.
I feel like that'd be a great movie.
Yeah, it should be.
Very scary.
I think they'll do it.
And for everybody at home, study the anteater to pleasure. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much for another amazing episode of Thick Threads. We hope you enjoyed. Yep. I have been Patricio Crada.
And I'm Persephanii.
We'll see you next time.